So now let's discuss about the chi-square test. So why we do the chi-square test? So when we want to know the relationship between categorical variables, so we all aware that what is the meaning of categorical variables. Categorical variables are like name, gender, religion, profession. So these are all categorical variables. So when we are trying to find relationship between two categorical variables, then we need to perform the chi-square test. If we want to know the relationship between religious belief and the smoking habit, or the religion or the smoking habit, then we will perform the chi-square test. So and it will show whether the smoking habit is significantly related with the religion or not. So in case of chi-square test, the null hypothesis is showing that there is no relationship between the categorical variables. So in this case, it will be there is no relationship between smoking habit and religious belief. So for that, that's why we are doing the chi-square test. So let's give you some examples so that you can grasp easily. So in this case, some group of researcher is claiming that political view of a person is significantly related to their profession. Other group of researchers challenged their claim and ran a survey on 100 people from different profession and took their political view. They have studied on doctor, teacher, banker, engineer, and their opinion regarding 4 political parties, that is C, G, B and T, are taken. The chart is showing the result. So here you can see these are the 4 political parties: political party C, G, B and T. So these are the political parties, and these are the different people of different profession, like doctor, teacher, banker, engineer. So here you can see 100 people are being included in the study. So among 100 people, 26 of them are doctor, 24 of them are teacher, banker 26 and engineer 24. Also among them from with 22 of the people are supporting party C, 28 of them are supporting the party G, 21 are supporting B and 29 are supporting T. So and also if you look it closely, that among 26 doctors, 6 of them are supporting C, 8 of them are supporting G, 5 of them are supporting B and 7 of them are supporting T. So that's how the things are going on for the rest of the groups. So total 100 people are there, and their political views and their professions are given. So now it's the time to find out, is there any relationship between the political view and the profession. So at 95% confidence level, can you say that political view is influenced by the profession? So if you look just without doing mathematics, you will never be found any relationship between these two things, because profession, this columns are the professions, and these rows are the political view. So without doing chi-square test, you will never be able to get the relationship between these two variables. So these two are the categorical variables. They are not following any scaling variables. So we need to do the chi-square test. So the first step is define the null and alternative hypothesis. So our null hypothesis will be profession is not significantly influencing the political view, or profession is not significantly influenced by the political view. So this is our null hypothesis, and our alternative hypothesis is profession is significantly influencing the political view, or profession is significantly influenced by the political view. Or you can say that those two variables, that is the political view and the profession, they are significantly related with each other. If the null is true, we can say, or according to null, these two variables, that is the political view and the professional the profession, they are not significantly related with each other. But according to the alternative hypothesis, they are related with each other. They are being influenced by each other. So these are the null hypothesis and the alternative hypothesis. Now let's find the second step, that is the calculate the expected frequency corresponding each cell. So this is the cell what we were talking about. So here we can say that we can see that among 24 teachers, 6 of them are supporting C, G, 5 of them are supporting G, 5 of them are B, and 8 of them are T. So they are not uniformly distributed. You can say in case of doctor, C party is 6 doctors are supporting C, 5 bankers are supporting C, 5 engineers are supporting C. So they are not uniformly distributed. Their views are not uniformly distributed. So the highest we need to find out the expected value. So first we need to understand what is the formula of chi-square. So this is the formula of chi-square. It is saying the summation of O minus E whole square divided by E. So that's our formula. So now what is the meaning of E? E means expected value. So expected value means in case of doctor, 6 of them are supporting C, but 6 of them are supporting C. That's not the expected value. This is the observed value. Expected value will be something different. So the formula of expected value is R into CT, RT into CT divided by GT. So that's the expected value. Suppose, so here is the chart. So what will be the expected value of doctor in case of party C? So that will be row total into column total divided by grand total. So grand total is 100. So if I want to measure measure this part, so I need to multiply the row total, that is 22, into 26, that is the column total, divided by 100. So that will be 5.72. So if I want to measure this part, so that will be the row total divided by column total whole row total into the column total divided by the grand total. So that will be the expected value. So that's how I have already calculated the expected value of each corresponding cell. So that's how we find the expected value of each cell. So row total into column total divided by grand total. This will give you the value of expected the expected value of each cell. Now So calculate the chi-square distribution. So as you can see, the formula is summation of O minus E whole square divided by E. Summation of O minus E whole square divided by E. So we know the observed value. So these are the observed value and these are the expected value. So observed value we know the expected value, and now we will calculate the O minus E, and then we will calculate the O minus E whole squared, and that's how we can calculate ultimately the chi-square value. So let's do it. So I have made a table. So these are the observed value, these are the expected value. So you can see it's 4 by 4 table. So total 16 observations are there. So 16 observed value and 16 expected value. So and then I will subtract the expected value from the observed value. So that will give the O minus E value. So O minus E is the value of O minus E are this. And then I will find the square value of these things. So square value of these things will be O minus E whole squared. So O minus E whole square value is this. So this is O minus E and this is the value of O minus E whole squared. Then I will find the value of O minus E whole squared divided by E. O minus E whole squared divided by E. So that how can I get this? So I will divide the expected value. I will just this divided by this will be the value of this. So let's do it. So these are the value. So if I sum it up all those things, then I will find the chi-square value. So the chi-square value is the summation of whole thing, as the formula is saying the summation of this is the chi-square value. So we know how can we find the chi-square value. So this is the chi-square value. So chi-square value is 1.96913958. So now next step, calculate the degree of freedom. So degree of freedom in case of chi-square, how can we find the degree of freedom? Is the formula is column total minus how many columns are there and how many rows are there. So first you need to understand that. So we have how many columns? We have 4 columns. So better to look at here. So we have 4 columns, 1 2 3 4, and we have how many rows? We have 1 2 3 4. So we have 4 rows and we have 4 columns. So the formula will be the column minus 1 into row minus 1. So we have 4 columns, so 4 minus 1 into 4 minus 1. So that will be 3 into 3, and that ultimately will be 9. So degree of freedom is 9. So now with the help of degree of freedom, we can find the critical chi-squared value. So same goes for t-test and z-test. We need to find the critical value. So as we know, the degree of freedom is 9. So this column is for the degree of freedom. So we need to find the 9. So where is 9? 9 is right here. So 9. So we will follow this line. So this is the line of 9. Right, degree of freedom. And then in the question they are asking that at 95% confidence level, so this is the value of alpha. So our alpha is 0.05. So then we will find this column, So first we will follow the row of degree of freedom, then we will follow the column of alpha, and the intersecting point is the critical value. So it is the chi-squared critical value, right? So that's how you got the chi-squared value, chi-squared critical value, and we have already found the chi-square value, chi-square calculated value, and now we have found the chi-square critical value. So so conclusion will be T crit or T critical or the T square sorry, not T, as chi-square crit or chi-square tabular is 16.92. so here you can see it is the 16.92. so chi-square crit or chi-square tabular is 16.92 and chi-square calculated is 1.969. so we can say that chi-square tabular or chi-square crit is greater than chi-square calculated. Why? Because this figure is greater than this. So T crit, the chi-square crit is greater than chi-square calculated. So we can say that we need to accept the null hypothesis at 95% confidence level, which says that political view is not significantly influenced by the profession. So if we found the opposite result, so what will be the opposite result? Calculated chi-square calculated value is greater than chi-square tabulated value. Then we need to reject our null hypothesis and we need to accept the null hypothesis, which is saying that political view is significantly influencing by the profession. So but this case the chi-square tabular value is higher than chi-square calculated value, so they are not falling on the rejection region. For that reason we need to accept the null hypothesis. So that's how you do the chi-square test.